And I'm very excited about offshore wind coming to California, especially here on the Central Coast. It has the potential to be the greatest lever we can pull to reduce our emissions, address the climate crisis, meet our energy needs, and grow our economy simultaneously. It's a key to a prosperous, healthy future. With approximately two-thirds of the United States offshore wind energy potential lies in deep coastal waters where water depths reach 3,280 feet or more. Water depths of this magnitude are too deep for traditional bottom fixed foundations and instead require floating offshore wind technology. It'll be in these deep waters where California's offshore floating wind turbines will be located. Fixed bottom turbines often disturb the seabed as they're similar designed to oil platforms. Floating offshore wind turbines have long cables that are anchored to the seabed. This is the difference. Even in Europe, seaweed and mussels will be harvested this year on some of them. These deep water offshore winds are always blowing and are stronger than land-based wind, thereby giving the state never-ending clean energy. Yep, actually, and something even humble earlier this month at their Bay Harbor Recreation Conservation District, they received a grant of $426.7 million to build the first offshore wind terminal on the Pacific coast. And that's going to serve the construction and maintenance of floating offshore wind farms, and really does mean that the build out for the industry has begun. Their district worked with local officials, community stakeholders, including tribes, to make sure the grant covers environmental restoration and ensures eco shoreline. And that Canby Wind Farm will produce 2.6 gigawatts of clean energy. Obviously, we're looking to do a lot of that kind of similar work here on the Central Coast. And with the work that the governor, the state lawmakers did for responsible offshore wind, actually starts back in 2021 with the passage of Assembly Bill, which we call AB 525. And it did provide the roadmap needed to do this work. And Heidi mentioned how the California Energy Commission, when it released its draft offshore wind strategic plan, really, and also later on the Offshore Wind and Jobs Act, those really did start showing that California is open for business to the industry, and we have a lot more laws that back that up. And California, with its long coastline and large population centers, really do make it easier to harness economies of scale with energy purchases. It also means supply manufacturers can be located all across the coast, and existing ports could be expanded. Transitioning to a clean energy future isn't just a win for the environment, it's a win for all of our local businesses too. And the strong offshore wind industry will create thousands of good paying union jobs to help working families. The transition to clean energy is key for environmental justice communities and low income neighborhoods that have disproportionately borne the brunt of pollution for generations throughout our state. And these communities continue to suffer higher rates of asthma, heart disease, cancer, because they're located amongst operations or factories burning fossil fuels. So clean energy future also means an energy independent future, one where we don't have to worry about oil and gas fluctuations that hurt our pocketbooks, one where our residents can breathe clean air, and one where our communities could really flourish without the constant threat of extreme weather events ripping our infrastructure, our homes apart, and worst of all, taking lives away. And last year in our county and across the Central Coast, we did see how the major storms really did do that too and destroy different communities. So climate change is live and well in its destructive nature that we have to work to prevent. And with the 25 gigawatt of clean offshore wind energy feeding our grid, that yes, by 2045, the future will be bright, literally with electricity to power thousands of homes and electric vehicles. And being born and raised here in San Luis Obispo County on the Central Coast, it's no doubt we will benefit with the electric energy provided by the 4.6 megawatt wind farms. We do need offshore wind to continue to phase out fossil fuels from our retail energy electric supply and gain that energy independence that Heidi was talking about. So we could all live healthier lives, breathing clean air, and continue to benefit from this developing new industry. So out here in San Luis Obispo County, our residents are definitely going to be on the forefront of this too, but also strong partners within the industry and also within different environmental justice communities. And I thank EOPA for really highlighting this and doing this work early on too. Your partnership is truly appreciated. Thank you.